Hey creators, welcome back to the club. The Black Creators Club is your go-to resource for all the Black movers and shakers in Hollywood, reactions to the latest pop culture tea, and of course, our own entertainment pursuits. I'm your host, Ebony Chapman, and I'm here with my fabulous fellow media maven, Akila Friend. Girl, how are you?
Girl, I'm feeling half as good, I'm sure, as Teyana Taylor after she received that sweet, sweet message from the game.
Okay, I know, that was super sweet. You guys, we're going to be getting into all of that in our 2 cents when we talk about Teyana Taylor and her retiring from the music industry. We're going to be getting into our Maven's Maven check-in, so y'all know what we've been doing all week because it's been some mess, okay? We, of course, are going to get into our BCC Spotlight and Black Excellence News, and there's a lot is going on this week. A lot has happened. And then, of course, we're going to round it out with our Gotta Be Entertained, where we are going to be telling you all of the latest and hottest movies and TV shows and music things that you guys need to be keeping your eyes out for the week and into 2021. But let's get started. Akila, I hate to even start off our show with like such somber news, but I heard this morning that Wendy Williams, her mom, Shirley Williams, passed away, allegedly.
Yes,
so
yes.
Sad. I know she is going through it right now.
And it's already been in the news in a sense, like, you know, speculations about what's going on with Wendy and her health and perhaps her reverting back to her older ways and, you know, older vices, I would say. So to lose a mom, to lose a parent, period. So I can only imagine what she's going to be having to go through for the next few months, few years, the rest of her life, you know. She talks about her mom so fondly on the show. You know, we're both, you know, fans of the Wendy Williams show, and she brings up her mom, like, you know, pretty often. And so I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine
what she's going through. Like, especially right now, it's like during the holidays and like Christmas time. And I just feel so bad right now for the entire family, how that even going to affect her show. I know for sure she's going to have to take like time off. Like, I know for sure. I just don't think she's going to be able to like muster through it. I'm so sad to hear that news. Like,
I forgot Christmas time too. You're so right.
Yeah. Her mom was so cute and just like, and I love when she like imitates her mom on the show, like with her Jersey accent. Like, it's so cute. And so I'm she's blessed to even have memories with her mom, but I know that like this is just so devastating. But her mom has been in her life, you know. She said 51. For 51 years you've had this person in your life, and to not have them anymore is shocking and an adjustment for sure. So, you know, prayers and love are going out to Wendy Williams and her entire family. That is so sad. I hate to hear that news. But let's transition into Teyana Taylor and the fact that she has decided that she wanted to retire from the music industry. So when this first kind of like was all over the place on like the Shade Room and the spiritual world and whatever, I think people were kind of like, she's upset because she didn't get a Grammy. Like, what was she so mad? Yeah, like, I can't believe she didn't get a Grammy and that's why she's quitting. She doesn't feel appreciated. However, she did take to Instagram Live and kind of was like, all right, thank you for like defending me and loving me, my fans, but like, this is not truly the story. She kind of explained that it was more about her label and the fact that her label, she doesn't feel like is pushing her as much as she wants to be pushed. She's like, everything that I do creatively with my album, the covers, whatever, it's all me. And she just doesn't feel like she's getting that same support from her label. So we've had a lot of artists that we've interviewed on the show. And so they talk about, you know, being independent or whatever. I kind of thought she was, and she does have her own production company that she does. So I'm surprised that she's, you know.
I can't even tell you the backstory, and I'm sure we all don't really know. I feel like as of the latest thing, we noticed she's on Good Music or with Kanye West in some capacity. That's kind of like the latest for her. I know beforehand she was with Pharrell. I thought she had a little more ownership moving forward, but it seems like, you know, I guess with deals, it's something where perhaps it's not fully yours, or you probably have a couple of years left and you're just trying to chuck through those few years before you can do things on your own for real. But I completely sympathize. Let's say, for instance, you know, we're not singers, we're not in the music industry, but if you're in there and you know what's happening for this or that person, and you know, comparison, yes, is a thief of joy and all, but at the same time, you can't help but recognize that, hey, I'm putting just as much work in, if not more, and you have to stay on people in order for them to consider you relevant. But at some point, you probably feel like, I paid my dues. I've been in this game for forever. Why aren't you guys coming to me with the stuff? Why aren't you coming to me with the projects? You know, I've got it. You know, I can sing. You know, I can dance. I've showcased it. Give me a chance, and I shouldn't have to consistently fight for my career as much as I feel like she probably has been.
100%. I'm actually super surprised, you know, knowing that she is signed to Kanye, and Kanye is such like a free spirit and kind of like very much so like, do your thing and let's be creative and this. And I don't know if it's, you know, obviously we're not the label. So, and Kanye's not going to be there like every single step of the way. That's why he has people to handle all that other stuff for him. But I'm surprised that she's having the feelings that she's having, and especially wanting to completely be like, I'm done because of my mental health. I want to spend time with my family, like, so that I can physically, mentally, emotionally be there for them. Like, I can't be dragging myself through the mud to try to figure out and like fighting for this career that I've like been doing since I was 15, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel so.
But she had that breakout moment.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Are we gonna say the same thing?
Girl, yeah, the breakout moment.
The breakout moment with Kanye and her, like, listen, that moment, that music video, we all were like, okay, we knew Teyana. I knew her from Sweet 16 days.
Me too! Sweet 16! All day, every day.
Girl, big curly hair, tomboy-ish, like, but she's killing the game.
She had like the New York accent, super strong, was like super upset. Strong. She was like, I want a skateboard party. That's what I want.
Yes, I want that. She like literally, she's the same person, just 10 plus years older, whatever, but that is her. But at the same time, everyone, including her, thought it was her breakout moment. In a lot of ways it was. I remember her husband was kind of like, yes, we're so glad everyone got to see you doing this. And then for her to kind of not necessarily fade back, but fade a little less in the mainstream thing that we thought she was going to be. I feel like a lot of things came from that. And I feel like she wanted to just keep that going. Like, for instance, she got a show off of that. I remember her VH1 show with her and her family. I loved it. So you know, yes, Miss Petunia, everything.
Everything was Petunia. Everything is Petunia, honey.
Yeah.
And she has what is her production company? Mm-hmm. It's the Aunties.
Her production company.
Aunties.
Oh, the Auntie. Cute. She has, and the nail salon, Junie B. Nail Salon, that she opened up in New York. So there's a lot of different things that I think she was able to do off of this one big momentum. But her love, obviously, being music, that kind of never really, I mean, the rose grew from the concrete. Whatever that album was, I don't remember really like, you know, a lot of buzz came from it, but there are one or two songs that I remember folks really jamming to, like, you know, and really being into it.
She has a very interesting, she has like a different sound. And so the sound is very, it's not necessarily like so mainstream. She kind of has like that Solange Knowles like vibe.
Yeah,
you know, it's like just different. It's like a different genre, a different vibe. You have to be in a
that your fan base is going to appreciate, but not necessarily like every Joe Schmo on the street. And you know, perhaps
but Cardi B came out and was like, Teyana Taylor, like my favorite album of 2020. If anyone knows me, it's like it's Teyana Taylor's. I think Teyana Taylor is like amazing and like talented, and expressive. I love an artist who is able to visually give us, like, you know, I always talk about Jordan Peele because he's really one of my faves. But Teyana Taylor, Kanye, despite the extra stuff, he's very creative and he comes up with these really cool concepts, like Sunday service, where you have music and everything is like like everything's decorative, and like you're in a field and you're in the water and you're like, I mean, it's dope. It's super dope stuff. Like whether you want to admit it or not, like
it's dope. But Teyana's probably like, okay, you're doing that for your stuff. Where's mine? And that's probably what it is.
She was saying, she was like, I'm not being pushed as much as I thought I was going to be. Like, I'm not why am I not doing this? Why am I not on this, like performing at this show or doing, I don't know exactly. She didn't specify what it is. She wanted to go do and wasn't doing it. But
like, I wonder what was the straw, like, you know, was it the Grammys or what? Because, you know, you probably have these feelings, these reservations, but what could have been the straw that happened recently to be like, you know what, that's it.
That's it. Like, I'm done with you and everybody up in here. She said that she was trying to quit. Girl, we need more to the story is how I feel about this. We need more to the story. But the game did come out with these sweet. First of all, where the heck has the game been? Anyone seen this man? Where's this man been?
Listen,
Like
after that VH1 show too, like Finding Love, I feel like he kind of came in and out with his sweatpants, tight pics, and that's it. Like that's all I saw for the game.
not
Some
the
joggers,
sweatpants.
honey. Okay.
Okay, listen, we all know
All
what he's
I
working
saw.
with. Okay, that's all that matters. That's all that
The
matters.
game, come on back.
Come on back. Girl, where you at? Like, I wonder what it is that he is doing. He must be having a shoe line, a secret some in Europe or something, because I've not heard of this man. I almost forgot he existed. Okay. Seriously. I forgot. But he came up with the sweetest message to Teyana Taylor. This, amongst other things, but I'm going to read the short little thing that was really sweet. He said, live in your glory and never be deterred by the minds of those weakened by this watered down era of appreciation. Okay, that was a word. You know,
wait, Ebony, read that one more time for the people, because I don't know if it was just me, but I feel like it came in and out. But that's a clear message I want to make sure we hear.
Okay, girl, look, hold on. Let me pick up the mic. Okay.
Yes.
Live in your glory and never be deterred by the minds of those weakened by this watered down era of appreciation. You know, I know firsthand about being the underdog, as the odds have been stacked against me my entire career. But we didn't get where we are by things going exactly the way we thought they would. We made it here because we believed in our craft when no one else did. I say all this to say your gift is so appreciated. And as your big bro, I want you to know you are truly one of the best artists / people inside and out of music I've ever known. Never tip your crown, queen. Love.
Yes.
So sweet.
Yes, the game. This is why. But
this is why you need those people
I
around you to really be giving you solid, like you need a solid team.
Just encouragement,
love, appreciation, because things do get difficult. You never know what you're really stepping into. You see the big picture and the bright lights, but you actually never know what shit it is you're going to be stepping into when you get into the entertainment game. And so to have people that have been there and be like, listen, I get you, I feel you, I love you, I see you, I appreciate you, that's everything.
And mean that genuinely, and feel, and yes, you know, there's always those people are gonna be like, oh, you couldn't test her this, but no, she came out publicly and said this. I want to make sure that publicly people know, and she knows that I have her back. And I feel like that's so, like you said, it's so necessary in any facet of life, like anything, like even us right now grinding with the Black Creators Club. Like, yes, there may be days or maybe weeks where we're just like, oh my gosh, like, man, this is really where we want to be. This is where we want, but the day-to-day grind could get tiring and it could get discouraging, and you could feel this or that. And so just to have people around you that you, not only when you vent, that folks actually receive it, but at least truly understand and uplift, because that's sometimes what you need. Like, probably sometimes you don't realize how many people are watching or how many people really enjoy the stuff that you bring to this world until you're ready to like throw in the towel, you know? And I think this is one of those moments that I'm so glad the game came out and was like, listen, boo, like I feel the same way in a lot of ways, because
that's probably why we don't see him.
Yeah, where the hell the game's at? Yeah, exactly. And he's probably encouraged that somebody was super vulnerable and was like, listen, I feel like, what the hell? And because he's probably feeling that same way too in some capacity. So he's like, you know what, like I'm gonna get back up and I want you to do the same.
Yeah, and I think it's so interesting to see this like POV of these huge artists. I mean, these are not just, you know, I just started off in the game. It's like these huge artists that are making and have made history in the music game are the ones that feel unappreciated and are kind of stepping away from what it is that they said that they loved and they're passionate about and what their career was, to be like, you know what, I actually don't have as much control as I thought. It's not, you know, it's not just me and like my fans, it's me. And then there's a whole business side of it that goes into it as well. And that can always get murky.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. It makes you think, because I feel like in a lot of ways, yes, we're talking about this from a music industry perspective, from a, you know, media and entertainment perspective, but everyday folks go through this. Like everyone goes through this. If you're striving for something that you really want, you feel like you're pushing, you're the only one in the gym, you know, you're the only one there at 6 a.m. and no one else is there. And you're kind of like, man, and what is the point? Because I'm telling you everything I want you to do. And why are y'all all around me then? If I'm the one coming up with all the ideas and doing the executing, it doesn't make any sense. So I get it.
Totally, girl. Well, you know what does make a little bit of sense. Okay, let's bring it to. I want to tell y'all about something very exciting, something very new, something that y'all need to get into. Okay, for all those people who are into music, producing music, writing music, the artist, the label, I got you right here. The music industry can be so complicated, but guess what? We got you, because Eclipse Distro is here to make things so much easier for you. Eclipse is a DIY music distribution company, but it is perfect for labels because you can split payments as you see necessary, as you see need fit to be, honey. Okay. You do not have to worry about those days where you are uploading all to these different platforms individually, because Eclipse Distro will do it all for you, all in one little click of a button, honey. That's all you got to do. It's all just one little click, and it will manage all of the data for you. You guys, if you guys want to check this out and get more information, I'm going to put the link in the bio. Okay. So please check them out. They have not launched yet, but you guys can sign up for the newsletters that are continue to come out until they do launch. And so don't forget, Eclipse Distro got your back.
Okay. I love that. Especially, listen, this sounds perfect for folks who are, like we said, new in the game, or even true to the game, and just want to like streamline some of what they do. Like, so I'm gonna be looking out for that. Thanks for that heads up.
Okay, girl, that's what I'm trying to say, because as a music person in the industry, it's hard sometimes to get it all together and know what it is that you need to do, but they got you. But tell the people, girl, who we got, girl.
Who we got? Okay, we got y'all. Taking it back to Into Your Season 1, we got y'all. All right. Hey guys, we worked really hard to do this show. And the best way you all can repay us is to just share the show with a friend. Subscribe to our YouTube page, or on Apple or Spotify podcast. Just take a listen, subscribe. That really helps. And when you do, please comment on the show. Again, it's all about just building this community. And besides, we will read fan shout outs on the air. So if you have any shout outs that you want to shout us out on our socials at the Black Creators Club, by emailing us at theblackcreatorsclub@gmail.com, just, let us know. Feel free to vibe in with any cool news items, questions, comments about the show, anything like that. We are social butterflies, and we want to talk to you. So keep up with us at the Black Creators Club. Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Now let's get into our Maven to Maven check-in. Akilah, I will let you go first, my darling. Yes. How has your week been? What have you been doing?
This week it's been good. It's been actually super busy. I started the week with a fun, exciting, different thing to do. I moderated this panel for Forbes The Culture. If you guys follow it, it was a lot of fun. I was interviewing this DJ Blast, and he's like, has a really cool story. And, as a part of it was, after the interview, they just did a live set. He did a live like Afro beats, hip hop, and a little bit of dance hall set.
So I know that was right up your alley.
Yes. So I was like, I had to move myself out of the screen for a little bit. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just jam to the side. We don't need to do this on camera. But it was a lot of fun. And just something different. Obviously, we love doing what we do. And so just to be able to do that for Forbes was just like a cool little moment for me too. So that was the highlight of the week. And yes, had to get that little Maven thing popping.
Excited for you. That's so amazing. We love to see you thriving and doing your thing, girl.
Yes. Thanks, Boo. You know who wasn't doing their thing, but we were all here like with our popcorn, just eating it up, me included, was with the whole like Kevin Samuels interview. That's another thing I was talking about this weekend with a bunch of different friends. Like folks were even starting little clubs to just chat about it. I mean, I'll give a little background for the people who may not have listened to it yet.
I feel like if you haven't heard of this, now you under the rock. For real.
You under the rock. You are really under the rock. But at the same time, it's like, this is obviously doing his job where he wanted to build awareness by, degrading somebody. But at the same time, it's like, damn, you didn't have to do it like that. Like, pretty much was this dating coach who's been around for some time. And he came out with this whole It was part of a longer episode that I didn't watch, but it was like 7 minutes of pretty much him reading this caller who called in and was pretty much like, I want to date a 6-figure man. Like, why? How can I make this happen? Why hasn't this happened yet? And he just pretty much, like, some of the highlights are just pretty much saying, like, she's average at best. So why are you expecting this 6-figure man? Rate yourself. She rated herself a 5, girl, y'all, which is, I'm like, girl, you're a 5, but she rated herself a 5, and it was like 6 on a good day. And he still couldn't just leave her and her 5 alone. Like, he still went for it, and a bunch of different things. And it makes you think too, like, just about, like, what, in his opinion, what these folks actually want when they're looking for these kind of women and everything beyond it. So it was a little spicy, and sometimes the spiciness of the internet's contain me, and I end up chatting with friends and etc. So, like, I actually want to know, before we jump into, like, what you did this week, like, what did you think about that video? What was your takeaways on that?
You know what, I thought at first I was kind of like, oh my God, he's so rude. Like, he's kind of coming off very, like, harsh. But at the same time, it was like, okay, maybe maybe he's being truthful. Maybe his delivery isn't the best.
Yes.
I think it's kind of a reality check. Like, he's not saying anything that's not factual. And basically all he was basically getting at was that men, no matter if you're ugly or hot or whatever it is, when you reach a certain caliber of money, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to go for the cute, pretty baddie type chick. Like, you're not gonna you're gonna go for that, like, trophy, even if she's not a trophy wife, like, even if she does have her own money and, like, makes her own whatever, like, that doesn't even matter. It's the fact that how she looks. You're gonna go for the girl that's, like, beautiful, that, like, everyone thinks is beautiful, because you want that little, like, eye candy, that, like, look what I got type piece. Essentially that's what he was saying. That's what I took away from it. So that I hear. He's not telling any lies. I just think his approach is very, like, direct. And I think it's really, I don't feel like we hear a lot of people talk the way he talks. And so it's all, like, a shock value for real. Like, we're all like, whoa, oh my God, like, you're too honest.
Like,
you're too honest.
Yeah, this is like old days Howard Stern. Like, it's just like
just honest.
Get away with it. But it's true, because I even talked to some of my guy friends and my friends who, like, told me about it. Some of them were just like, my girlfriends were like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to his next live, like, really just into the hot takes. And some of my guys are the same. Like, I would never say this to a woman, but at the same time, like,
he's not lying.
He's not lying.
He's not lying. Yeah, I feel it, but it's funny because her making 6 figures, the woman, the caller, whatever, and her wanting a 6-figure guy. My friend made a point. I was DMing her about it, and she was kind of like, well, she didn't say that he had to make $400,000. Like, maybe she's barely making 6 figures, and then she wants a guy that's also barely making 6 figures. Like, there was no specification as to, like, how much the 6 figures. Like 150 or 400,000. Like, those are two very different lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? She just said,
and also I didn't like how
match her. That's it. And I don't think that is too much to ask for.
Never too much to ask for, especially when you work to get there. And I think it's more so, like, he was also saying, like, okay, it's a pet grooming business, and you've only been there for, like, what, 3 years perhaps, and now you want, and it's like, no, it doesn't matter if I've only been there for 2 days. I'm here. Okay, I'm here.
And he was like, you don't know where to meet these 6-figure guys, this. But I was like, honestly, I mean, I've met a few 6-figure guys, and I'm nowhere in any types of, like, business circles or anything like that. So it's like, they are out there. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not comparing my looks to her, but I'm just saying that, like, I have met the 6-figure man, right?
You a 10.
Okay, we both 10s. We both out here.
I'm gonna just say that.
Okay. And it's kind of like, well, if she were to, maybe she's involved in conferences. You can meet men at conferences. You can meet men in, like, business meetings. And if you're trying to pitch your business to something else, like, they're out there. She can find them. So I don't know. I felt like some of his stuff was not 100% accurate, but I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, listen, it did the job. A bunch of us now are on his radar, like, wait, what? What did he say?
Now we're like, oh, girl, the comments were hilarious. The comments be getting me every time.
What were you up to this weekend?
Yeah, but this week, I was watching a lot of Netflix stuff. So I was watching this thing called Voices of Fire. And it is a Netflix thing, and basically it's kind of like American Idol, but for like gospel singers. And I don't know why it like kind of why it was on my radar, but I was like, let me watch it anyway. And this is a band, or the Voices of Fire are, it's Pharrell's uncle's like church in Virginia, and they wanted to put together a church that was, or a choir that had multi-generations, multicultural, all voices singing the same song type thing. So there's like a white girl that can really sing, but has like, it's like beautiful, angelic. There's like the Black girls with the soul. There's like men. There's, you know, a 15-year-old girl. There's like a 51-year-old woman. Like, you know, it just all ranges. And I was watching it, and I was literally like crying watching it, because I know. Listen, I don't think this will be that emotional for anybody else. I just think that I lately have just been in my feels, or maybe a lack of in my feels. So like watching it, what was so beautiful to me was the fact that like every single person really felt like this was their mission, their passion, their love. It really felt like that's what they were supposed to be at the right time. A lot of people had been through so many tragedies. Like the 15-year-old girl was born with one ear and had to go through a lot of like reconstructive surgeries. One guy was in an accident when he was 4-year-old, and his grandfather ran over his arm with the lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? So he only had one arm. There was, you know, someone who was in a band with Gerald Levert back in the day, and then, you know, the record label kind of was like, meh. So career just completely stopped, and he's working and flipping burgers. You know, like, so all these different life changes, all these different things, and here they are singing together, and they all felt like music was their connector. Like they felt so into it, like passionate about it. I don't know how to describe it. Like they just felt like, and I was like, and I started thinking, I was like, when's the last time I felt like that about anything? Like, when's the last time I really felt like deep and enthralled and excited about doing something, and like getting up in the morning? Like I was just like, so I was having a reflective moment, and that's why it was so emotional for me. But I was like, you know what? I really enjoy. Anyways, I was like, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I recommend.
I mean, that's a sell. That is a sell. I'm like,
does Netflix need to hire me? Okay, all right.
Listen, I'm saying, but like honestly, that's the whole purpose of TV, y'all. Like that's really it. Like if you could watch a show or what, you know, just hear something and just like reflect on it, on your life in a sense. And I love that. I love that was your experience.
Yeah.
And it's so real. Man, those stories sounds crazy.
I know.
How do they find these people? I'm always like, how do they find
girl, but I'm saying Virginia, Pharrell, Missy Elliott, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, all from Virginia. Yep. Like, what is in the water in Virginia? Like, I need to go there and like grow my seed in Virginia. They can come out talented. I don't know what is over there in the water, girl. I don't know what's happening. I need to go.
Listen.
The other thing that I saw was that Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul are like fighting on February 20th, and I'm like, why are they doing this? Like, I just feel like this is a whole lot of clout chasing that A, Floyd doesn't need, and B, like, I'm kind of over it. Like, I think the Nate and Jake Paul thing was like, haha, okay, whatever. But like now it's like, let's not
get over
it a versus. This is not a versus battle.
And this is not. And my thing is, I could see 100% why Jake Paul was into it. Like, if I was Jake Paul, of course, without a doubt. But Floyd, I'm like, sir, protect your brand. Like this should not be a situation where any and everybody should be able to fight you at the beginning. This is going to be his third official fight. And he's about to, Floyd, are you kidding?
You have to work for Floyd. You should be able to work for you, sir.
I'd be like, sir, we're not ready. You're not ready. And I'm sure it's a nice bag he's getting just to step in the ring, have him step in the ring.
He doesn't need any more bags. He doesn't need not one more bag. Not one more bag.
That's it.
In fact, Floyd, donate it to us. We'll take the bag.
It.
What the heck?
You don't need it. You don't need
it.
Talk about all these Birkins. Stick to those bags. You don't need this bag. You do not need this bag.
It's too much.
I'm very confused. And some folks are like, oh, do it for the culture. But this was not, it was a slight, like, man, like an undertone of like, man, this is kind of a race thing. This white boy just going ahead and beat this guy up. But at the same time, it's like, listen, you got to take that L and you have to move on. It's fine. It's boxing.
Fine.
And now you're going to go. He's not doing it for the culture.
Okay, but let's say, who do you have? Do you have Floyd or do you have Jake?
I mean, Floyd, like 100%, 100%
Yeah.
Floyd. But if Jake even gets one punch, I'm sorry, like Jake is he's gonna live in that moment.
But I really think that because of Jake's age, that I think he will give Floyd, like, I don't think it's gonna be an easy knockout. Like, I think it'll be a fight. Like, I think it'll be a fight for sure.
I don't know. Ow. Yeah, you got age, and I'm sure you're gonna be practicing every day now that you know that this fight is happening. But so is Floyd. Hopefully, he's not ego tripping. Like, hopefully he is, just to be in the. I don't see it. I don't see this even being. It's like, why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
I need to speak to management, okay?
Immediately.
Speak to management because I'm confused.
Girl, let's move on to the BCC spotlight.
Black on black, my thoughts so black on black, my skin is so black, I'm rocking that black on black is black.
The first thing is the fact that Chadwick Boseman is getting honored at the MTV Music Awards, which happened a few days ago. The Hero of Ages, Greatest of All Time award. I am so happy for him and his family. I'm so excited. I think that this is well deserved. And I honestly don't know what other, besides maybe like Batman, but I'm like, what other superhero got this much attention, this much like fame? You know, like Black Panther was literally everything.
Everything continues to be everything, you know? So well deserved, easily.
Yes, I am so excited for him. The other thing is that Rotimi has a new music video with his boo Vanessa. They're cute. They're so cute. It's called Love Somebody. Yes. And he has a nice little like Adam and Eve vibe going on for that. So you guys should check that out. Now,
yes, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm ready.
Right. No, I think
let's get
right. I think Rotimi's has a nice little like, you know, little vibe to it. I like his music. I'm not gonna lie. I do like his music. But now this one, the YFN Lucci dropped new music called Both of Us, and Regine Carter. What is going on? What happened to the cursing out the rappers and never wanting to date a rapper again? And I'm so over the rappers and never again, and too many kids and too many baby moms. What happened to all that? What happened?
And my thing is, yes, you're young. So I'm like, live your young life, do your thing, but you need to start moving like Lori Harvey, okay? Act like you've been somewhere. Act like you got some money. Act like you have parents who are in the game and been in the game. Stop acting like, I don't understand it. Why are y'all moving like y'all just got something? Like you are not one of these people.
Right. Like you don't need to hold on to anything. Totally.
And you need to hold on and you feel like, and yes, of course, love and feelings can make you do some stupid things when you look back. But after I saw the little clip that, where was he on? Was it on Angela Lee's lip service? Or I don't know what he was on.
Yes.
And he was talking to Angela Yee, and she asked him about Regine. And what did he say? Some real slick, you know, when you're not really trying to be committed.
Right. She asked him, do you think she's the one? And he was kind of like, ha. He like laughed it off and was like, basically like, next question. He's like, we cool. She's chill. We're cool. We're hanging
cool.
out.
Something like that. And I'm like, yo, if somebody ever felt even in your pinky finger, even the audacity of thinking like you can talk to me or talk of me in that capacity, knowing how public I am and knowing how I'm riding for you.
Writing for you. This is
that'll be it for me.
This is my thing, because you know, men, period. He probably is telling some shit like, oh baby, don't worry about it. You know, we want to keep our stuff low key. Like we don't need nobody in our business, this. And her being 20, she probably is like, okay, like you right, boo. We don't need nobody in our business. Like, everybody's just so nosy. And it's like, no, like the fact that you're with this man in this whole music video, we know that you're with him. It's not like a secret, and he's just not blaming you.
We know
like, I feel like he could have answered that in a better way.
Like the thing is, he's in a better way, and you don't have to be gushing over like she's not your wife. I understand, but there's levels, and you're treating her like she's not
anything.
You know, that's your girl. You know what I mean?
Right? Like you didn't even say like
I know. like we're talking, like you don't even have to say like what y'all are, but you can just talk about her in a good way. Like he was just, oh, we cool, like da da da. And the way he was talking, I was like,
yes, Akila being like, oh my gosh, you know what?
There's a way to spin it.
Right. Like, oh, she's such a beautiful person in and out. We connect on so many different levels. I'm so blessed and happy to like have her in my life. You know, when the time is right, we'll see what happens. And we could just let that, oh my
absolutely. God. And leave it there. And I'm like, that's a classier way to do it than versus to be like, oh, we cool, da, da, da. And how he was responding, I was like, oh my God, she is, this sounded a lot like Lil Wayne, like his voice and everything. I was like, oh my God, she really loved her daddy, because this sounds a lot like, because I'm like, yo, you're really, you know, it's like, you know, something that everyone says, oh, you seek as women tend to look for either the father figure-esque or who your dad in some ways embody. And I feel like perhaps that's the stage that she's in right now.
Which makes sense because her daddy be out here. Her daddy was out here doing his thing.
Doing the, you know,
so that's what she's witnessed. But I'm like, doing the most for the least now. Say it again, girl.
Come on. Listen. We've all, and that's the thing. I'm not going to fully clown her because we have all, especially you're young. I'm like, this is kind of what, girl, live your life, live your young life, do your thing. You're supposed to do some aspects of it, but I'm like, girl, holla at your sis Lori, because she knows she's dipping it and doing it. She's doing bye. She's probably getting clowned too, but we don't need to know about it. It's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We think it's all her doing it, you know, and that might not be the story. But yeah, I mean, true, like you said.
I feel it. I mean, Lori Harvey at least is like, all right, I had my fun. We did our post, and I'm out, and I'm. Bye. You know what I'm saying? We're not double dipping. We're not double backing. She ain't no holla back girl. Okay?
I
know
need to listen to that.
Holla back girl. Okay?
That's about to be on my list for tomorrow's workout. Like, okay. I remember I used to jam to that song. Okay? Thank you for this.
Right. You're right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. So Mariah Carey, Jennifer Hudson, and Ariana Grande dropped their new Christmas song. Have you listened to it, girl?
I listened to some of the high notes. I need to do it again and again. These are my three girls, and I'm so glad they finally got on a track together. Like, oh, this is what we're talking about when we say Floyd. Like, Mariah Carey did it. What Ariana had to work for that. It's not the first thing out the gate that all of a sudden we're doing songs together. No,
not only did she have to work for that. There was like all this like back and forth controversy on some mess for real. So I'm happy that they could put the beef aside and got the song together. Yes, I was watching the music video, and the music video, like, I love the colors and like it was cute. I think I need to hear the song without the music video because I felt distracted. And so I did, even though I did like the beat, and I was like, okay, but maybe I was expecting a little bit more than what it gave me. And so I think I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to go back, double back, and listen to that again before I can really give an opinion on it. I don't want to miss it because I might love it. I might love it. Mm-hmm. The other thing, the last thing in our BCC spotlight is the fact that Jasmine Sullivan is back, y'all. I am so excited for her. I love Jasmine Sullivan since Break Your Windows, okay? Since Lions, Tigers, and Bears, or whatever that song is called, okay? Okay. Listen.
The thing is, I was never, like, I loved her vibe, but I was not, you know how some people are like, Jasmine Sullivan stands, like, to this day and everything. I was never like that in terms of like, oh, she's not getting her flowers or not, you know, she's not. I'm like, I feel like she's pretty known. If you know, you know, and that's just kind of what it is. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm excited, but I've never really was like, wow, I'm missing that new Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah, I think, but see, for me, she kind of she came out with a splash, and then she was with, you know, Missy Elliott and this is this, and I think that her music style, like, she had Holding You Down, which is my song. Like, I really like Jasmine Sullivan. But I think she also has that genre of music that I won't say it's like Adele, because Adele's like on a different level, but I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like one of those artists where like she's there, but like, and people really like you and appreciate you, but you're not like Beyonce on like the crazy level.
She honestly, like, you know, she might be like kind of how you compare, I get it, how you compare like probably to Jennifer Hudson, who we were just talking about, or even a Fantasia, kind of in that bubble where it's like, we know y'all got it. You guys got the voice,
you can sing,
you know, but
then at the same time, it's like, okay, like we, we like you in the mix when you get in the mix, but at the same time, no one's like necessarily begging for you to come out with new music.
For you to
do.
We're
very excited about it.
We're very excited.
We're not like begging you like Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? No one's
that's exactly it. That is the perfect way to say it. Yeah.
But Jasmine Sullivan's new song is called Pick Up Your Feelings, which I've already tried to look up the lyrics and learn every single word of the song. So I love it. And so yeah, y'all, she really did her thing on the Soul Train Awards because I think that's where she debuted the song Love, Love, Love.
Yes.
But okay, Keila, go get us some the Gotta Be Entertained, girl. Okay, tell us what you gotta be entertained by.
There's a lot of stuff happening, y'all. Let's talk Gotta Be Entertained. First things first, we started it up with Wendy Williams, a little more somber news, but there's also some happier things to look forward to in her future, like the Wendy Williams movie or biopic in a sense is coming out. We don't have a date yet, but there was a trailer that kind of dropped a little spiciness that happened in terms of her rise from radio host to star of her own show and all the turbulence that happens in between and the drama behind the scenes. Listen, that was a great little trailer, child. Like I was already excited for a Wendy Williams movie, but now I'm like, this is gonna be good. And I think she's executive producing it as well.
Totally, she is, and I'm so excited to see it. I have been a fan of Wendy Williams since I figured out who the heck she was, and I watch all her shows on YouTube, and I just like. Literally, I will be at work at my desk and all of my people know. They're like, oh, what are you doing? Watching Wendy Williams? I'm like, girl, you already know. Like, my boss knows, like, that's literally just what I do. I have free time and I watch Wendy. At lunchtime, I watch I gotta keep up on all the hot topics, but I'm so excited. People were hilarious in the comments. They were like, oh, they got the body shape right. Like, this, because the big P, the capital P. I was like, y'all are really a mess.
A mess. You can literally, like we said, they are undefeated. But I mean, the truth is there.
But I know it's about to be super dramatic, and I'm excited to be good. All of the cocaine, how because she seems like she's like a firecracker. Like she is, her personality is strong. Like you see it on the screen, but like imagine behind the scenes, and she's like, I don't like this.
I'm sure
she's such a firecracker. So I'm excited to see how her personality has like pushed her forward because I think there's a lot to learn.
Yes, a lot to learn for sure. There we go. We're okay. Probably we need to have like a movie night when this comes out. And
there's a lot of things we need to be doing, and I'm gonna write them all down. Movies we need to be watching together.
So much.
Okay. All right.
Usual. Also, what's happening is a new versus battle. We are now have another group of folks to look forward to. This time it's Ashanti versus Keisha Cole. Child, like again, no date necessarily set. But at least that
on the 12th. On the 12th. Sorry.
It's on the 12th? It's on the 12th?
December 12th.
Nice. Okay. So right around the corner, who do you think you got between Ashanti and Keisha?
Oh, dang, baby. I got Ashanti. Okay.
I thought you were going to say, yes, we're on the same squad then. I was like, listen, Ashanti held it down. At the same time, they're different time periods, but I think they both got hits for days. This is going to be
I just can't do anything like, you're right, different time periods. And Keisha Cole she has hits, but I just know and love Ashanti more. And on top of that,
Ashanti is gonna kill it.
Whole first album, a self-entitled album, Happy, Foolish, Unfoolish, like girl,
foolish,
the whole thing. Like I could sing that album from front to back, like. No question.
Yes.
Okay. All the songs she has, that one that she had with Nelly when she used to date Nelly, Body on Me.
Oh.
Okay. Listen. And the one she has with Ty Dolla $ign, Say So, or what is it called?
Say So.
Shoot.
I know what you're talking about. It's the more recent
like that.
one.
It's like, oh my gosh. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Say less. I got it.
Okay.
I'm so here. # Team Ashanti all day.
Yes. All right. December 12th. We got that. Another thing that we have to look forward to is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which is coming out December 18th. So Ma Rainey, I think, was the same person who wrote Fences that we talked about last episode is the same person behind this. So this is, I mean, it's great for Black content, for Black historical content.
Yes. Chadwick Boseman is also in it. So that's really exciting. Our one last movie we get to see with him in it. So I'm very excited to watch.
Yeah, so December 18th. This December is stacked. Two more quick things I want to shout out is one, Lena Waithe. If you love cartoons, if you love kind of like the more satire type stuff, Big Mouth, she's going to be on season 4 of that. And, you know, it's just something else to look forward to where Lena is just doing her thing in all aspects of entertainment. And, you know, the last person I want to shout out talking about women doing the damn thing in entertainment, Issa Rae, Issa Rae is now coming out with a new series. I think this is also going to appear on HBO because she is just doing everything with HBO.
Cleaning up, honey.
Cleaning up with Adam McKay. It's going to be off of, I think, the Serial podcast. They're turning it into a series called Nice White Parents. So no date in place for that, but we're going to keep it on our radar. It was just announced a few days ago. And obviously we got to let y'all know what's up with that. So tons of content, y'all. Get to watch it.
No, exactly. I'm super excited to watch Issa Rae's new project. I'm sure it's going to be firebomb, creative, and definitely have a message. And so that's what we always like to see from our Black creators. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We had a little fun. We talked about a little bit of everything tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. And we love you guys. And you can find me on Instagram at EbonyChapman12 as well as my Millennial Visionary series. You can always catch that there where I highlight Black entrepreneurs. And Akilah Girl, where can they find you?
Yes, you can find me on all platforms, mainly Instagram at Akilah Friend, and also check me out on YouTube at Akilah Friend. On a weekly basis, we'll be giving pop culture and reality TV updates with a business twist. And where can they find us? Where can they find us what we're doing? And
right, where can y'all find us? You can always find us and follow us on Instagram at The Black Creators Club, and find us everywhere on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. And we will see y'all all next week. Have a good one.